Alright, we're live. Hello everyone. Alright, let's do the do. That should be looping. Awesome sauce. Let's get that link up so we can post. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Come on. I'll pull up chat. There we go. Hello, nobody. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, FNC. Actually, we probably don't need to make a post about this. No one really sees them anyway. That's fine. Alright. Let me turn this down a little. G'day, party hat. G'day, g'day. Alright. How are we doing, chat? How are we doing? You can see Roxy's... part of Roxy's body right there. She won't leave my room, no matter how much I kick her out. She just lives here. She lives here. I don't know if you can hear the AC going on in the background too. It is hot. I guess we'll wait a few more minutes, then we can start the tier list. This shouldn't take us too long. It's a lot less than we had yesterday, I think. Also, forgot a plushie yesterday, so gotta rank that too. I don't know how I forgot one. I don't think I forgot any today. Wow, TikTok notification, awesome sauce. Oops. Alright. Oh. This is true, nobody. This is true. And he had a banger speech. Let's see if I can memorize. Let's see if I have it memorized. You fell down the rabbit hole, didn't you? It's not your fault. You didn't know. The others didn't know either. You're different from them. No. Alright, hang on. You fell down the rabbit hole, didn't you? It's not your fault. You didn't know. The others didn't know either. You're different from them, you know? You're not trapped. Yet. Maybe, I don't know if he says yet. You're not trapped. Find solace in knowing such. Look to the sky, or fall to... Look to the sky, or fall into the pit. The choice is yours. Yeah, it's a banger speech. I wish it wasn't cut. I did forget a plushie. Forgot Crackshot Foxy. Realistically speaking, he's like a B. Good design, printing, but he has a hook, like his hat. B. Alright. Now that's out of the way. I can throw him back down there. Okay, I will say, if... Also, I have water today. If that speech was included in the game, then I think it would actually very much go against Andrew OMC. Because it's Andrew talking... No, it's Old Man Consequences talking about Andrew. But it wasn't in the game, so I guess we can't use it to confirm or debunk anything. Ooh. Even though it shouldn't have been cut. It's a bang. I'm going to pull up the actual thing. Hang on. Surely it's going to be on here. Also, yeah, okay, well, it's still full screen. I'll switch it whenever I get this pulled up. Yeah. Alright, here's the actual speech. You fell down the rabbit hole, didn't you? It's not your fault. You didn't know. The others didn't know either. You're a little different from them, you know? You're not trapped yet. Find solace in knowing such. Look to the sky, or fall into the pit. The choice is yours. It's a banger. I love that. I love the speech so much. I wish it wasn't cut. I wish it wasn't cut. No, it's not even cut. There's just a glitch in the code that prevents it from being activated. Because it's supposed to be, I think, a 1 in 10 chance that Old Man Consequences shows up instead of William. But they never fixed it. So, it's technically not used in the game. Well, yeah, it is just unused. Anyway, let's get into the tier list. So we got the Funko action figures today. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. I hope not. They said the thing. They said the thing. Yeah, I got my water because it's so hot. Hello, Ard. Put the Vanny action figure in D. Also, let's zoom in a little bit. That's better. Although zoomed in the ads too. Beautiful. I don't know. We'll get to Vanny. First, we got Freddy. I think the coloring on Freddy is fine. The body is good. Even the face isn't terrible. It's just he has upper teeth, which very much holds it back. Still, for like the first wave, A tier. This is just a recolor. This is an even worse recolor. Like, also, the original Freddy comes with Springtrap's arm. Oh, you're watching on PC? Hopefully that means you can't spam that one loading emoji. Yeah, the original Freddy at least comes with a part of the Build-A-Figure. These two don't. So, Chocolate Freddy. See, he does have upper teeth, but since this character technically doesn't exist, I think we can let him get away with that. Firework Freddy. Sigma. Well, thank you for showing up, Ard. I appreciate it. Yeah, this Freddy does not have upper teeth. I don't have the figure, so I can't actually check, but he does not have upper teeth, which is good. I like the accessory. Coloring is not really as it should be, but I think the rest of the figure makes up for it. Frost Bear. Above Firework Freddy. Coloring is very accurate. Oh god, you can still send it, of course. Coloring is accurate. They gave him a little icicle. Very nice figure. Santa Freddy. Doesn't he have an accessory? I might be making that up. I swear he had an accessory. Also, isn't there a... No, I think I'm forgetting a Bonnie. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting a Bonnie. Yeah, I caught it. Okay. Good. I'm glad I caught that. Yeah, Santa Freddy. I swear he comes with an accessory. Also, it's not so... Okay, just making sure it wasn't still full screen. Yeah, AI is still... still something. Funko Santa Freddy. I guess he doesn't... No, it's the... Okay, it's the pop that comes with an accessory. For some reason, the figure doesn't. If it did come with an accessory, maybe it would get a little higher, but... For now, I think it's B. Good mold. I think he has upper teeth, but again, since this character doesn't technically exist, I guess it's fine. Final Freddy. Shamrock Freddy. Again, upper teeth, which is inaccurate, but still. Yeah, I gotta put the original Freddy up. I was thinking about moving these two into A tier above OG Freddy, but I mean it's Freddy Fazbear, and he comes with Springtrap's arm. I wish they still did Build-A-Figures, although I also still wish they released figures that weren't Balloon Circus. I'll put Shamrock Freddy above Santa Freddy though, just because Shamrock Freddy's at least official. Yeah, we're gonna fly through these. Bonnie, again, like I said on Monday's stream, I think it's very cool that he has the original guitar. He has upper teeth, which is a big... he has a part of Springtrap's arm. Coloring is a little inaccurate. No, not really. He should be more blue, but FNAF 1 Bonnie looks purple for some reason. So, I think we'll put it there. B plus or A? I think I'll put it in... I'll put it there. Just because... No, I can't. I'll put Bonnie top of B, just because he has the Build-A-Figure piece. Without that, I think you'd be below Shamrock Freddy. Neon Bonnie... That Bonnie... Blackheart Bonnie... I like his chest, his heart. The ear is like slumped over a little, which is nice. Uh, I guess it's accurate. I don't think he's on this poster I have, so I can't really check, but, you know. Not a bad figure, I guess. We'll put him above Santa Freddy. No, Santa Freddy at least looks a little more, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess enticing? Probably not it, but he's enticing, I guess. Chocolate Bonnie. I like how he has the bite taken out of him, unlike the plushie, I think. Definitely A tier. I mean, he is... Does he have upper teeth? I think he does. Okay. Well, I was going to say, if he didn't have upper teeth, I think I'd put him above OG Freddy. But they both have upper teeth. And at least Freddy, again, has the Build-A-Figure piece. That's not Chocolate Bonnie. Easter Bonnie. Easter Bonnie, again, very good figure. I would put him below Chocolate Bonnie, though, because he's missing that Happy Eater tag, which is, I don't know why they forgot that. That's a pretty important thing to forget. And last, but not least, Elf Bonnie. Maybe he's least. He has an accessory, but I think I just like Santa Freddy's design more. S tier? I'll put him above regular Freddy. I don't think I can put him in S tier. S tier for me is like... Actually, hang on. One sec. I think I'm gonna move Firework Freddy down. Sigma tier, I think, is like perfect figures, whereas A tier is like almost perfect. And Chocolate Bonnie, if he didn't have the upper teeth, he would go into Sigma tier. Party hat. Maybe it's a sign from God that you shouldn't make it. Yeah, I think not having the Happy Eater tag definitely holds Easter Bonnie from going higher too. And then Elf Bonnie, I'll put him above Blackheart Bonnie, for sure, because his design is way more interesting. Coloring is a little weird, though. Definitely stands out from the other Bonnies. I don't know. Design-wise, I like Santa Freddy, but I like how Bonnie has a candy cane. If Santa Freddy had like a bag of presents, I think it'd be better. I mean, I did put these guys high up, and not all of them have props. You're doing it anyway. Yay. I think it makes sense to put him, like, there, actually. Chica. This might be S tier. Let me get a closer look at this, actually. Just because I want to see her teeth. Gotta see if she's been brushing. I can't tell if those are upper teeth. Yeah, I don't know why the FNAF 1 characters only have bottom teeth. Scott's a strange man. I can't tell if those are upper... I think they are. I was gonna say upper teeth or like... And yeah, she has upper teeth. Oh, Chica, I was gonna put you in Sigma tier. Because they got, like, everything else about you right. Like, they even got, like, the dirty texture Scott gave the original animatronics, which is very nice. Yeah, she just has upper teeth. Oh, Chica. Also, I think her eye color might be inaccurate. I guess it's just that picture, actually. Never mind. Yeah. I'll still put her in A tier. Yeah, Chocolate Chica, I think, has accurate... I don't know. Above FNAF 1 Freddy. Above Chocolate Bonnie, too. Because, like, these three figures, their only issue is having upper teeth. Same with Easter Bonnie. Yeah. At least Firework Freddy doesn't. Chocolate Freddy, I really like his design. Although, I'll move him down one. Yeah. Neon Chica. Eh. Uh, Cheeto Chica. There, I guess. Like how it comes with a cupcake. Same with Neon. Liberty Chica. Um, this is a cool figure. I think I can see upper teeth, which is a big no-no. Um, her props are very nice, though. And the design, the coloring. I think I'm going to put her above Classic Chica. And above you, too. Yeah. Only reason Firework Freddy isn't in Sigma tier is because of his coloring. Because I do think he's the same color as regular Freddy. Snowman Chica, I think that's our first C tier. Not like a bad figure. It's a Funko OC. No prop. Could have given her like a snowball cupcake, which would have been fun. But like, unlike Freddy, not really as recognizable as Chica. She has the beak, and that's about it. Chocolate Chica? I like Chocolate Chica. I think she has upper teeth. Yeah, she does. Still, I like that. I like the figure. I like the coloring. But I think I like Chocolate Freddy a little bit better. Alright, Foxy. Yeah, she does, yeah. Which sucks, because yeah. Foxy. Foxy has, like, Springtrap's head and torso, which is very awesome. I guess he's accurate, yeah. I don't know. There's just something about Funko's FNAF 1 Foxy that has always been weird to me. I can't explain why, but it's a very accurate figure. And unlike the others, I think, yeah, he is supposed to have upper teeth, and he does. So, I mean, for that reason, I guess I have to put him in Sigma tier. He's orange. I think the coloring is... I think that is it. Yeah. Well, that's the glow-in-the-dark one. I want the regular one. I don't think that's... Yeah. Yeah, he is supposed to be a darker red. You're right. And his torso endoskeleton should be painted. Still, though, I think that's a pretty solid figure. Plus, I guess we can include, like... No, Springtrap's his own character, never mind. Yeah, this is still a pretty solid figure, though. His eyebrows maybe should be, like, a little less thick, but still, not a bad figure. His eye patch is a little wonky. I think I'll still put him in Sigma tier, though. Just because I don't think I could put him in A tier. Like, if he was in A tier, he'd be top of A tier. But his coloring is really off-putting. And he's not perfect. Okay, I'll put him there, I guess. Tie-dye Foxy... There, I guess. Is there no Neon Foxy figure? Oh my god, I forgot him. Bro, how did I forget these? I do think he's the coolest one. Glow-in-the-dark Foxy, I mean, just like on a design-wise, not even like functionality-wise, torso being all one solid color is a very bad idea. He also doesn't have Springtrap's head and torso. Gingerbread Foxy, B tier. I like the coloring, I like the design, I like his shorts. His animatronic legs, there's probably could be like a little bit more there, but wasn't Tie-Dye Foxy changed? He was. Yeah, he's blue. Why is he more red there? Why is he more red? They don't have the original. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to look like, but he came out more blue. That is strange. That's weird. I don't know. I mean, the like solid blue one. I guess we can. Well, I'll just move him down there. Solid blue one, I do think is below Chica. Yeah. That's weird. Where was I? Right, Foxy. I like his design. I think I'm gonna move Santa Freddy down. I really like his design, and I love the shorts. I think they contrast with his the rest of his colors very well. Santa Freddy is a diva. Bonnie has an accessory, and then Chica's just mid. Crackshot Foxy, his face is the only thing keeping him down for me. I love his body. I love his hat. His coloring is fine, but it's just his face that's really off-putting. Also, I wish I thought of this, but my dad collects nutcrackers. I wish I got that for him, like the year it came out. That would have been awesome. That would have been really cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like FNAF musical songs. They're weird. Nutcracker Foxy though. I'll put him there. Captain Foxy. I think better coloring than. Actually, he does look like really orange, but still, that's a very accurate figure. So, yeah, Walmart exclusive, but I'm not really gonna take like exclusivity into this. Yeah, I guess he should be a darker red. Although now that I, well, never mind. I'm not gonna. No, I can't do that. He's Sigma tier, 100%. Finally, for Foxy, Radioactive Foxy. I like the double hook. I'm glad they gave it to him. I like how he's like semi-transparent. And if you take off like his green parts, then you get like an endo torso, endo arm. You can use original Foxy's legs for like endo legs. I think that's really cool. I think I'm gonna put him at A tier. I mean, he's accurate. He's accurate, yeah. Coloring is somewhat accurate. Yeah, he's actually really accurate. I think I'll put him there. Bless you, Rexy sneezed. Yeah, I do think I like Liberty Chica more. Golden Freddy, again, upper teeth. But I mean, like it's just Freddy but golden. Not really much you can say about that. Yeah. VR Toy Freddy. Again, he's accurate. I wish they did a Build-A-Figure with this wave. Maybe like, I don't know. Who could have been the Build-A-Figure? Maybe like Flaming Springtrap. Ringmaster Foxy. Maybe Magician Mangle. Maybe. Yeah, Golden Freddy. His coloring is a little weird, I'll admit. So I do think I'll put him below Easter Bonnie. Also gonna move Bonnie up. Yeah. I kind of want to move Shamrock Freddy up too, but no, never mind. Okay, VR Toy Freddy, very accurate. That's it's gonna annoy me actually. I'll put Bonnie above him. I'll put him up. I don't like putting him this low, but like I kind of feel like he does. Like now that I'm looking at him, he just looks not as enjoyable as the others. Plus, I think he has eyelids. I think. I don't know. Yeah, VR Toy Freddy. I think above Radioactive Foxy. See, like this is something I never understood, and I get it. Funko like lost the license to making figures, I think, but I don't know why when they still had the license they didn't just take these molds and make the toy animatronics, because these molds are perfect. They're perfect. Just change the coloring up on them, give Chica a regular cupcake, remove like the system error font, change Toy Chica's bib font, get rid of like the lines in Toy Freddy, and they're perfect. No idea why they didn't do that. The puppet could have been the Build-A-Figure for that wave. Unbelievable. Yeah, Livewire Toy Freddy. I think I might. I'm definitely gonna put him there. Yeah, I'll put him there. System Error Toy Bonnie, again, very solid figure. This wasn't a bad wave. Five Nights at Biss. This wasn't a bad wave, but it's just I think it's held back by the fact that like they're AR skins when they still didn't do the toys or the Wizards or the Phantoms. Yeah, they skipped a lot of FNAF 6 characters. But System Error Toy Bonnie's good. Yeah. High Score Toy Chica, I'm going to put above System Error Toy Bonnie, purely because of the cupcake. I really like that cupcake. And again, the molds for all these figures are fantastic. Say that again? It's fantastic. Alright, Funtime Foxy. I mean, it's cool. I like how we have a figure of Mangle pre-Mangle. It's cool. It's cool, I guess. It's cool. I think it's accurate. So for that reason, D? Whoa, I don't know about that. Okay. This wave does have Build-A-Figure pieces, which I think puts it a little higher. But Nightmarion, it sucks. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. But I am a man of the people, so I will I'll put it there. We'll come back to this. No, we won't. Springtrap. His coloring, I think, could be like a little darker green. Yeah, his coloring should be a little darker, but overall, very solid, very detailed. Green Springtrap. Toxic Springtrap. Very solid figure. Still, I think I like these two more than him. Alright. Back to wave 2. Nightmare Freddy is good. Yeah, he's good, but I think... And I do like how he comes with a Freddle, but I dislike how you have to buy 3 figures in order to get all 3 Freddles. My dad just texted me. I have chores now. Yippee! Joke's on him, I already unloaded the dishwasher. Yeah, I think Nightmare Freddy's not a bad figure, though. Not at all. Very detailed. The nightmares are very detailed. I might put him Sigma tier, actually. I think I'm going to put him there. Coloring might be a little off. I think he should be a little darker. but still, I like him. Yeah. Nightmare Bonnie looks a little derpy with his eyes. I do think that holds him back, but still very detailed. I think I'm gonna move Foxy down. There's just something about him I really don't like. I think it's the colors. I'll put him there. I do think Cheek is the best of the first wave. Jacko Bonnie? Did they give Jacko Bonnie a nose? I don't think they did. No, they didn't. Okay, that image doesn't do him justice at all. In real life, his head and torso are semi-transparent. His arms aren't, which is weird, because they did that with Radioactive Foxy. Not a bad figure, though. Not a bad figure. The original Nightmare Bonnie's higher, because he does have a Build-A-Figure piece. But I'd still put him, like, there. He's accurate. Coloring is a little funky, but that's fine. So is, like, some of the Sigma characters. Nightmare Chica, I think, is also Sigma tier. I wish she wasn't holding the cupcake. I wish that was a separate prop, but still, not a bad figure. Very detailed, actually. Yeah, I just wish she wasn't holding the cupcake. And it also comes with Nightmarion's main pieces. Jacko Chica is going to go higher than her, because they listened to me. They went back in time and listened to me, and they gave her the pumpkins separately. Coloring might be a little off. I guess I do have a good picture of her. Coloring is a little off. She should be darker. But I agree. She is in Sigma tier. I might put her above Springtrap too. Because, like, I think we should factor this in. In order to get Springtrap, you need to buy 5 whole figures. In today's economy, I don't think so. Whereas Jacko Chica is just Jacko Chica. I think I'm going to put her above Captain Foxy too. Maybe not above Frostbear. Actually, no. No. Gotta remember, Frostbear is, like, perfect. Nightmare Foxy, again, S tier. I mean, Sigma tier, sorry. I'm gonna switch these two also. Yeah. I think Foxy's gonna go there. Right? Because, like, at least Jacko Chica has an accessory. Frostbear looks goofy. I think he looks fine. I don't know. I really like Nightmare Foxy's figure. I'm going to put him above Captain Foxy. I think I might move Captain Foxy down, like, to there. Maybe above Nightmare Freddy. And I think I'm going to put Nightmare Chica above Springtrap, too. Just because, again, she's a single figure. You don't need to buy 5 of them. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Grim Foxy, he might be transparent, too. Yeah, he's transparent, too. The image does not do him justice. I like the giant hook. They gave him the shoulder pad thingies, which the plushie did not do, which is very good. Yeah, I think I'm going to put him, like, there, above Jacko Bonnie, just because... No, I'll move him higher, because he is cool. Yeah. Opinions on FNAF 1 2003? No. Absolutely not. No. Because that would place FNAF 3 in 2033. Although I guess... No, yeah, that would place FNAF 3 in 2033, which... No. Yeah, Nightmare Freddy, you're still in Sigma tier. Yeah, I'll place Grim Foxy there. Dreadbear? Okay, Dreadbear is... I love his mold. His mold is perfect. If we were just going on molds, not coloring, he would go above Frostbear. but his coloring is wacky. Oh my god, they made him way too much of a light green. He should be much darker. Much darker. It sucks too, because he's like a perfect figure. Maybe they could have given him an accessory from like his level. Maybe like a brain that's like multicolored. That'd be really cool. But like, they messed him up so badly. Dreadbear, I'm so sorry. I want to put him into Sigma tier. I think I might still. I think I'll put him there. Because that is a very accurate figure. Very accurate. But the coloring is just so inaccurate. It's so inaccurate. It sucks. I love that figure. I love this figure. I wish his coloring was different. Also, I gotta stop turning around. This heat is gonna make me pass out on stream. Nightmarion. I have like most of, if not all of, the pieces to build Nightmarion. I don't have Nightmare Freddy. I don't have Nightmare Freddy. I do have you. And I have you. I have like a bunch of the pieces to build Nightmarion, but I have not assembled any of them. I haven't put them onto the torso because this figure is very, at least my Nightmarion is so hard to put together. Scrap Baby's harder somehow. I have no idea. I know I'm missing one of his legs because I don't have Nightmare Freddy, but oh my god, this figure is impossible to put together. And unlike all the other ones, he cannot stand on his own. At least Ballora has a stand. Everyone else is fine. It's just he can't stand, which really sucks if you want to display these guys. You can't even keep him in a box because he comes in 5 separate pieces. So I think that's going to hinder him. He's very accurate though. Size-wise, perfect. Coloring is great, but he's just, he's a pain. No, I don't think Bite Victim dies on Halloween. The reason I say that is because, the reason I don't think he dies on Halloween is because Scott showed us what Fredbear's would have looked like on Halloween. Sure, the entire reason that Halloween update is non-canon is because he doesn't die on Halloween. Scott very much could have clarified, hey, the night segments aren't canon, but the minigames themselves are fair game. Kind of like what he did with Sister Locations Custom Night. But he didn't. Since he did not, and since Fredbear's does not look like that, he did not die on Halloween. Boom. Mic drop. Mic drop. I don't know if you guys could even see that. It was cool, trust me. Yeah, Nightmarion, though. I'm gonna put him lower than these bozos. He's a cool figure, though. I respect his sauce, so I'll keep him there. Yeah. Alright, Circus Baby. The Sister Location wave is pretty dang good. Accurate colors, accurate mic, I guess. I don't think she has the pins on her arm. She doesn't have the pins on her body, but like those would have broken off very easily. Still, this is Sigma. In fact, I might put her above Frostbear because she does have Ennard. This is the glow-in-the-dark baby. I do like how they gave her Ennard. The fact that they gave her Ennard is something I'm very glad they did. Whereas the other, like, maybe not Jacko Chica, but like glow-in-the-dark Foxy should have come with Springtrap's pieces, or his head and torso. Still, I'm not a fan of the glow-in-the-dark figures. You are getting more value, though. So I'll put her there. But I don't like her. I don't like the glow-in-the-dark figures. But the fact that they gave her Ennard is very, very good. Why did they give... Oh, I guess... Okay. I was going to say, why did they give Ballora both of Ennard's arms? But there's only 4 figures in this wave. Which I guess makes sense. Okay, I'm actually salty about this. I have Ballora, I have both of Ennard's arms. Ennard looks weird. Yeah, but we'll get to that. Like just in general, the concept that they give you Ennard's head and torso with glow in the dark baby is very good. Glow in the dark baby. I don't know why I said that so slurred. Yeah. I'm salty about Ballora though. I have this figure. I got her in the box for Christmas. I remember that. But I didn't take her stage out. I left it in the box in the packaging and it got thrown out. So now I technically have an incomplete Ballora because she doesn't have her stage. That really annoys me. That really annoys me. Yeah, that annoys me. Still, very good figure. Very solid. Gives you 2 of Ennard's pieces. Sigma tier. I can't put her above Baby, though, just because I'm salty about that dang stage. I'm salty about it. Arctic Ballora, FNAF AR. Very good figure. I do think that her ice should be like a little more blue, but I don't know about that. Still, very solid figure. She's cool. No, like, build-a-figure piece, obviously, because this is from the FNAF AR figures, and Funko sucks. I do think she's more visually... Actually, I guess I'm happy with that. Are you ready to confront the unknown? Funtime Foxy? I don't know why, but there's just something like... I'm not saying Funtime Foxy's a bad figure, but there's just something about, like, the face that, like... I don't know. I think it's the eyes, maybe? Maybe let me cover the eyes. I don't know. There's just something about the face that makes it look, not exactly like Funtime Foxy, but it's still really accurate. It's going into Sigma tier. Below Frost Bear, though. Yeah. Lolbit? Didn't they just paint her eyebrows white? Which I guess is accurate, though. Also, something we should call out. I forgot about this. Yeah, the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are weird. Something we should call out. For the packaging for the sister location figures, instead of just like withered Freddy or just like a weird consistent background, they did decide to change it up for each figure. So like Foxy has Funtime Foxy on the packaging, Ballora has Ballora, Baby has Baby, Lolbit has Lolbit, Freddy has Freddy. That's a very, very good detail. I don't know why they didn't do that again. But that's awesome. Yeah, Sister Location really is like the best wave. Although FNAF 6 is pretty good. Lolbit. I think, doesn't the official Help Wanted render have her hook? So I guess it's accurate in that regard. I mean, this is also back when, although I guess it could be based off of Adventure Lolbit. Okay. No Build-A-Figure piece, which sucks. I think they made the white in her eyes a little too big. Still, not a bad figure. Not a bad figure. I say as I keep moving her down. Yeah, I think there. Funtime Freddy. Okay, you guys know I'm based for Funtime Freddy. But, I mean, like, come on. It's peak. Sure, it might not give you Ennard's head and torso, but, I mean, come on. That figure's, like, perfect. You get Bonbon. You get Bonbon. Like, it's perfect. Like, yeah. I remember when I got that figure, I would carry him around with me for, like, weeks. I love it. I love that figure. Yeah. And then Ennard, I do think his face looks weird. His mask. League's better than the plushie, though. I think we can all agree that this figure is, like, miles better than the plushie. I mean, that's how it really is for all these figures. Like, I would rather get the figure than the plushie. for like all of these. Because they're also just more like, you get more bang for your buck. Anyway, Ennard, I do think they should have given him eyebrows. I know Ennard's eyebrows are very inconsistent, but it would have been nice. Still, they gave him all the eyes. His wiring is accurate. His head is accurate, like the actual endo wire's head. It's just, I think the mask, without the eyebrows, it really looks strange. But I do still think this is the best Build-A-Figure. I'll put him above Springtrap. Springtrap is good. Springtrap is detailed. But his coloring is off. Ennard, his coloring is perfect, but the mask is off. I just think Ennard is better. Come at me. I also have the entirety of Ennard, which is cool. FNAF 6. Rockstar Freddy. I don't know why. There's just always been something about Rockstar Freddy's figure. Okay, it's the mouth. It's like the jaw. Let's get a close-up of him. It's the jaw. Yeah. Because Rockstar Freddy has like those, I don't want to call them like, he has poles in his mouth that like hold up the top half of his face. The figure obviously really can't do that. But they still could have like added them just to like the sides. Like they did for the Pop. That looks a lot more like Rockstar Freddy. So I do think that hinders it a lot. Coloring is accurate, I guess. Microphone's fine. Comes with Scrap Baby's head. Yeah. I guess we can put Rockstar Freddy. Yeah, I guess he does kind of look like Withered Freddy. We'll put him there. Glow in the Dark Rockstar Freddy does not come with Scrap Baby's head. They said nope, no more doing that. Okay, they at least changed up the packaging. Foxy just keeps the. Is Foxy in the office? I don't think so. I think I'm just seeing things. Foxy doesn't change the packaging. I don't think. At least Rockstar Freddy, his packaging becomes black. So at least they put a little more effort into it than Glow in the Dark Foxy. Rockstar Foxy, Sigma tier. Unfortunately, my parrot broke off of my Foxy, which sucks. But it is what it is. W accessory, the mold is good. Yeah. This is above Frostbear. Above Ballora? Yeah, why not? What is this? Why am I getting a... Nope, you do not have to scan. I don't even know if you guys saw that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Because the parrot does kind of like fall off easily. I wish they made it like an actual like feature where you could take it out and put it back in. Glow in the Dark Rockstar Foxy. Yeah, no. Put him above Freddy though, just because he still has more going for him. L-Chip. L-Chip is a very good figure. Yeah. Very good figure. I think maybe not above Ballora. I think like there. Glow in the Dark L-Chip. Oh, so there's a fire truck outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Orville. Orville's not bad. Yeah, no, Orville's not bad. I think Orville's like there. Maybe... Excuse me, Roxy? Did you just fart? Or was that your nose? Roxy making sounds. I think I'll put him above L-Chip, just because Orville's like a little more relevant than L-Chip, but still, they're like on the same tier. Glow-in-the-dark Orville, yay! Pig Patch? Pig Patch is cool. He's angry, which I wish they didn't do that, but it's fine, I guess. Ooh, that's a lot of money, party hat. Yeah, those things go for a lot of money these days. Pig Patch is good, though. I think there. Yeah. I do think Rockstar Foxy's the best from the wave, though. Glow-in-the-dark Pig Patch. I actually have this one, but I wish I didn't. What? Weird that there's no glow-in-the-dark Lefty. Is there and I just missed it, or did they just like straight up not make that? I guess not. Unless it's missing from this tier list. Hang on. I don't know why they wouldn't. I guess not. Okay. Yeah, but Lefty is a good figure. Isn't he, though? Hang on. They did... Okay. Never mind. This is not a good figure. They got his hand wrong. Lefty is left-handed. They made him righty. This is righty. And, you know, other than that, it's a fine figure. Again, should have, like, the jaw bars like Rockstar Freddy. But they gave him the wrong hand. That's such a blunder. How do you mess that up? I mean, I guess I'll... That's a blunder. At least all these figures are accurate. Yeah. That's a big blunder. How do you mess that up? Scrap Baby. Very detailed, very accurate. Minus her head is missing that, like, portion that's, like, green for some reason. It's missing that. Also, a very difficult figure to assemble. But other than that, very detailed. I do think she's better than Ennard. If we're putting Ennard in Sigma tier, we have to put Scrap Baby there. Because she's very detailed. True, Lefty's not $5. I don't know, actually. I'm regretting... No, because these figures are detailed. It's just they're... Ennard's mask. The other two just have, like, coloring issues. They're still very good. Yeah. Okay, security breach. Glamrock Freddy. Okay, unlike the plushie, they did get his mouth, his jaw stripe. But, like, that's not Rockstar Freddy's head. That's Funtime Freddy's head. They just reused Funtime Freddy's head mold for this. In case you didn't know. I like the accessory. That's a very cool accessory. But, yeah, no, it's not. That's not Rockstar. That's not Glamrock Freddy. Photo negative Glamrock Freddy. It's very unnecessary. I think I'm going to put it worst figure. Because at least, like, Foxy and the other glow-in-the-darks have, like, they glow in the dark. I don't think photo negative Freddy does anything. Glamrock Chica. Her body is accurate. It's just her face. Funtime Glamrock Freddy. Oh, God. See what you've done, Funko? Yeah, Glamrock Chica. Really? I don't even think that's, like... It's her eyes. Her eyes are pretty bad. And her face shape should be more circular instead of, like, egg-like, I think. Guitar's good. And I do think she's better than Freddy, but, like, still there. Ruined Glamrock Chico. Steel Wool. Funko absolutely knocked it out of the park with their Ruin wave. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this is Sigma tier for sure. Fun Rock. Yeah, this is a very detailed and accurate figure. Yeah. I might put it above Baby. I do want to check something, though. You're watching from a Chromebook? I respect the hustle. Okay, yeah, she does have the trash bag. Yeah, this is a very detailed figure. Oh my goodness. The Ruin Wave might actually go above Sister Location. Although, I don't know, because they don't have a Build-A-Figure. They could have, like, they could have given Chica the Mimic's head and torso. Could have given Ruined Roxy his arms. Could have given Eclipse his legs. Still, that's a beautiful figure. I'm gonna keep her there. Back to mid, Monty. Not again. His body is fine. It's just his head that sucks, and I do think that's more noticeable than Freddy. Yeah. Also, Freddy has his earring, which the plushie does not. Roxy again. Good body. All of them have good accessories. Her face is awful, though. In fact, I think she might be the worst security breach figure, because they reused Funtime Foxy. They reused Funtime Foxy's head for Roxy, and that just does not work at all. Yeah. Sorry, Roxy. The Ruined Roxy figure, though, very good. Very good. Not as good as Ruined Chica, I don't think, but they're still, like, perfect. Okay, we're down to the final row. We got this done in, like, a little over an hour. Sun. The Sun and Moon figures, I think, they're not bad, but I do, especially compared to the rest of the security breach figures, oh, these are beautiful. I do think that they should have been, like, a little taller, and I don't like their hands. Like, their hands are like this, when I feel like they should be more like, I don't know what I was trying to explain there, but, like, their hands, I wish they weren't, like, grabbing. I wish they were just, like, still. Kind of fits Moon, but Sun, no. Still, very accurate colors, very accurate molds. I'll put them in top of A. Top of A. Maybe... Yeah, I'm okay with putting them there. Moon is going to go above Sun, though. Eclipse. Eclipse is good. Very detailed. But again, I wish he was a little taller. Just a little. Just a little. Just a wee bit. And again, the hands. Vanny. Okay, I do... Vanny. Poor Vanny. Her... I like how she has a knife. Welcome back, Nightmare Freddy. I like how Vanny has a knife. Coloring is fine. But it's just weird. It's weird to see a human. Like, this is a human. Like, this is the only human here, I think, other than, like, Afton. It's weird to see a human have separated joints. They didn't do that for the Balloon Circus figures, but they also came after Vanny. And obviously the face. The face is, I like the design on her, like, legs and hands, though. Which one's worse? Roxy or Vanny? It's probably Vanny, because at least Roxy's body is, like, perfect, whereas poor Vanny. Yeah, I put her in D, don't worry. In fact, I think I might... You have a Vanny stress ball? Poor Vanny. I think I'm going to put these guys above the security breach wave. Just because they're cool. Yeah. Glitch Trap. Again, kind of the same issue as Vanny, of having, like, the separated limbs. But A, he's not a human. B, I don't think it's as noticeable. But I think he looks too happy. I think Glitch Trap looks too happy. He should be more, like, angry. Still, he looks better than the plush. The Mimic. Man, I wish they made a Mimic figure. I wish Funko didn't lose the license. I wish they didn't. Glitchtrap's still fine, though. I like him. Probably above Nightmarion. Above Lolbit. Above Toxic Springtrap. Oh, I don't know. Like, I like Glitchtrap, but he's not my favorite figure. But he is still more accurate than these two. Finally, we got the Balloon Circus wave. Oh, poor Vanny. She's gonna lose one of her ears. Balloon Circus wave, I mean, they're fine figures, but they just don't exist. They're Funko OCs. Still, though, I like them, I guess. It's kind of... I think it's a little hard to rank these guys. But, they're cool, I guess. Honestly, I think I'd put them middle of B. The taller ones, I guess... The taller ones have better accessories. For sure. And they're, like, a little taller, which helps them fit in with the other figures better. Although something somewhere. I like Chica's water prop. I'm good. How are you? And then Foxy's peak. I like how he has a deflated balloon and he's sad about it. Although I do think Chica's... I don't know, actually. Maybe Foxy's better. Probably. And I think I put Bonnie above Freddy, too. Yeah, because Freddy looks like a chipmunk. It feels like we're missing. It feels like we're missing someone. But I don't think we are. Okay, now we can take a step back and look at the tier list. You're gonna recreate the disassemble Vanny ending? Poor Vanny. Poor Vanny. I think I'm happy with this tier list, honestly. Most of Funko's figures are really good. They're really good. There's just, you know, some of them are mid, some of them are bad. Security breach. But most of them are fine. Most of them are fine. I think I'm gonna move Radioactive Foxy above Grim Foxy. And honestly, I might move these two back above. Just because I really do like their coloring. Yeah. I honestly might move Toxic Springtrap above Glitchtrap too. I don't hate Glitchtrap's figure, but I don't know. He's not perfect. And then above Jack O'Bonnie? No. Jack O'Bonnie's... Okay, fine. Not above Lolbit. I'm not below Lolbit. I think he's fine there. I'll stop moving him. Okay, and that's the tier list. Record time right there. No PB. I don't know why yesterday... I guess there were a lot more plushies. Why didn't they make a Burn Trap figure? Why didn't they make a Staffbot figure? They could have milked that till the sun explodes, making all the different variants. They also never made, like, just a regular Endo. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm happy with this tier list. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, obviously, all the recolors go in D tier. The newer ones go up there. Yeah. Yeah, where's Mapbot? I'm trying to think, like, do I want to include any more figures on this tier list? but like we don't have to do a ranking of everything. Like we don't have to include the Fight Line figures. The U2's figures are going to be their own video or stream. Same with Pops. Same with McFarlane Mystery Minis. So I guess we're good. Mystery Minis might take us a while. Yeah. I started the stream like 30 minutes earlier because I thought it would take us longer, but it didn't. Which I'm not upset about. Yeah. I'm not gonna rank like the racing figures. And I don't think we forgot anyone. If I did, please let me know before I end stream. If I did forget anyone, I guess I'll just I'll go back and add them, like we did with the Foxy plush today. Although I guess we didn't technically add him, but still, you know what I mean. The we can do statues, actually. That's a good idea. Let me just find them. So there are 4 statues, right? I don't think they ever made the Golden Freddy in the Office one. Right, I know Foxy has one. I'm just going to bring them up to the top first. Foxy has one, Lefty has one. Glamrock Freddy and Vanessa have one. That might be it. Right, there's only 4 statues, right? Come on, okay. Right, there's only 4 statues. I think so, yeah. Good. Okay. Foxy statue. The Foxy statue, it's gonna be hard comparing them to like the figures, but we can try. The Foxy statue, coloring is a lot more accurate to the original Foxy, so that immediately puts him above the figure. Oh yeah, Lefty will go in Sigma tier. Again, Pirate's Cove is a little empty, but that doesn't really matter. Definitely above Rockstar Freddy. Above Nightmare Own, above Wallbit, above Glitch Trap, above Grim Foxy. I think below Sun and Moon. No. Above, yeah. Above Sun and Moon. I mean, he's really accurate. That's what makes him hard. That's what makes it hard to rank him, because a lot of these figures are accurate. I'll put him above Eclipse, and I think I'm okay with that. I'll put him above Arcade Mayhem. If Arcade Mayhem had, if they had, what's the word, a Build-A-Figure, then it would be a different story. But for now, Foxy's fine. And the coloring isn't perfect. He's a little too dark. That's good withered Foxy coloring. He should be a little more of a light red, though. Lefty, obviously S tier. Come on. Above Frostbear, above Ballora, above Baby. Lefty's statue isn't really that accurate. Lefty is never in FNAF 2. The puppet could have been just left there. I don't know. Actually, no, never mind. Puppet's in FNAF 3, so that statue's not accurate. I mean, it is peak, though, so I'll put it above Baby. Above Freddy, I guess. No, not above Freddy. I'll put it above Baby, though, just because Baby doesn't have the pins, I don't think. If she got a statue, I'm sure she would, though. Could you imagine if they did like a statue of the Bite of '83 or Elizabeth's death or the Bite of '87? No, Scott wouldn't let them do that. But like the first two things I mentioned, that'd be peak. Okay, security breach statues, the original ones. I wish Funko did more of these. Why did they lose the license? Sure, they made slop, but for like every piece of slop content they made, there was also peak. It's unfortunate. Glamrock Freddy one though, I like it. I like it. Vanny looks very good. Gregory, I think, looks fine. And Freddy, Freddy's head is a little wonky, but it's still accurate. Better than the figure. A tier for sure. And I do think I would put it above Foxy. Just because there's more going on there. Foxy's just like jump scaring you. Sure, his curtains are open and the sign says "It's me," but Freddy's, you have Freddy hiding. You have part of a wall. You have Gregory hiding in there. You have Vanny. So then the Vanny and Vanessa one, it did spark the twin theory, and it doesn't really make that much sense when you think about it. Kind of like lefties, but I still think it's fine. Your older brother is roasting me right now. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Look, I get bullied by my younger brother, so I'm used to it. I think the Vanny and Vanessa statue is the worst one. But it's still fine. Vanny herself looks good. Vanessa is a little inaccurate, but like that's really just her hair. Everything else about it is fine, I guess. I think I might. I'm gonna put it below the Arcade Mayhem skins, just because they're more accurate. Whereas Vanessa's hair is like long when it should be not long. I don't know. Okay, and that's the tier list. I don't think there's anything else we could really include there. That would make sense. I don't think like the pins would make sense, or the mugs. Yeah. I'm not going to include like the clothing here either. Okay. Yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm happy with this tier list. Came along pretty well. I don't know how plushies took us so long. I don't remember. Surely there weren't that many more plushies, right? There's a hair in my water. Ew. And it's a Roxy hair. Yeah, I'm happy with this tier list. How long have we been going for? Okay, that's not bad, I guess. I'm okay with ending early. It is hot in my room, so if I could go back downstairs, that would be nice. Yeah. God, I'm gonna have to... It sucks. Being a cashier at Lowe's, they make you, like, work outside in lawn and garden. I haven't been out there yet, but I know on days like these, I'm gonna wish I was home. Because it's hot. It's hot inside. Can't imagine what it's like outside. In fact, my friends were messaging each other earlier in our group chat. One of them does work outside. He's working outside today. Although he's under AC, so maybe he'll be fine, actually. I don't know. I also haven't been trained on the regular registers, just self-checkout. So that's fun. If you ever work at Lowe's, I wouldn't say don't, but just make sure you're trained. I'll say that. I'm not trained on the registers, but I'm going to ask my friend who works there about it. The FNAF World Archive? I do not. What's that? Yeah, we can just chat for a little bit. I'll go back into full screen. Oops. Make sure you guys can see Roxy. Yeah. Hey, but at least I'm going to get paid. That's all that matters. We can put the background music back on. And we'll change it up. Yeah, probably not going to go for too much longer, but we can just chat for a little while. Oh, poor Vanny. Rest in peace, Vanny. I feel like that's a little loud. I always have trouble with Gracefully Into the Abyss because like it's loud. No, like the background music is quiet, but like the dun 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 dun, like that part is loud. Of every version of FNAF World. I'm trying to think like. I guess that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad people archive stuff like that, especially for like a franchise with like FNAF. People archive like everything, like every one of Scott's teasers, the scrapped FNAF AR emails, scrapped content in general, like the Old Man Consequences thing we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. I guess we can just talk about the channel for a little bit. No more streams for this week. Tomorrow I have work. Saturday is a Fortnite event. Can't miss that. And Sunday I have work. Next week maybe. Depends on how I'm feeling. I got the Secret of the Mimic prediction short out yesterday. It's actually doing better on TikTok than it is YouTube, which is very interesting. Because my last short on here did very good. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. Secret of the Mimic comes out in 8 days. Not going to be streaming next Friday because I have work. But like Monday through Thursday should be fair game. But we'll see how I'm feeling. I did some more progress on my next theory video. Touched up the script a little bit. And then the meme video I'm working on should be out this weekend. Ideally Sunday. Probably not Saturday. Because Fortnite event. But everything else is fine. It's coming along. With that being said, unless you guys have any more burning questions, I'll go ahead and end the stream. Bit of a shorter one compared to Tuesdays. But that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you guys for showing up, as always. The next stream will probably be ranking Funko Pops, which I know there's a lot of those. Let me just take a gander. Yeah, there's a lot of Funko Pops. Actually, maybe not as many as I thought. I don't know. We'll see. Whenever I gather them all together in one place, then we'll see. Then I'll decide like, okay, do I want to start early or after, whenever. The reason I believe in Andrew OMC is because he's holding the 6th hat. Well, no, that was scrapped. Not scrapped. That was unused. If that was used in the game, I think it would be fair game. But the fact that they didn't fix it, I think means that it's not, like, really the most solid evidence. What's your favorite FNAF story or book? The week before, we talked about this in the book streams, but the week before is The Peak Before. It's just amazing. Yeah, I love The Week Before. Ralph is very likable. I love all the different endings and game overs. Yeah, I wish we were getting more interactive novels. I think the next book we're getting is the Ephemerma kit, right? That's in September, so we get a little while. But at least we're getting Secret of the Mimic next week, which is crazy to say. I do wish we got a second trailer for Secret of the Mimic. Yesterday's State of Play, I won't lie, I thought we were going to get one, but we didn't. I'm a little upset about that. I can't lie. But it is what it is. At least we're getting another MCM archive tomorrow, and then Mimic Monday, and then the game comes out on next Friday. Crazy to think about. It's crazy. Yeah, I like the Silver Eyes too. Although I do think the Survival Logbook is better than the Silver Eyes. I think the week before, the Logbook and Silver Eyes are top 3 best FNAF books. I just like how the Survival Logbook is like really fun to go through and do all the activities. Felix or Count the Ways. Valid. Very valid. Count the ways. Yeah. I am sweating. I am sweating under this shirt. Oh my god, it is hot. To be fair, I am wearing pants, but like, and I guess my legs are sweaty, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't want to be in my room anymore. It's hot. Thank you guys for showing up. I'll see you next week. Roxy's moving. Yeah. Next stream will be Funko Pops, so keep an eye out for that. Probably like, I don't know. We'll see. Thanks guys for showing up. Yeah. You're the Band is good. I like You're the Band. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Bye guys.